Welcome viewers to my channel. Oby Udeze is still my name, your regular host. Today from this book of my daddy, Taking Roots Downwards, we will be treating another interesting topic titled, Why We Must Take Roots Downward. The reason we must take roots downward is because the foundation of every man's life must be tested. Satan will not spare anyone whose life is not properly shielded from his arrow. Every man must be checked by the devil. If the prince of this world went to Jesus Christ, he will go to anyone. Whatever belongs to Satan in our lives will not be protected by God. The reason Satan contended with the body of Moses was because of the part of Moses that couldn't be separated from him. Although Moses was a god, the prince of this world could still find some part of him that God couldn't identify with. Death and destruction took over the destiny of man because men ignored the golden opportunity of taking root downward. We hide ourselves from the angel of death and destruction as we take root downward. Through taking root downward, we are clothed with the divinity of God. Jesus Christ became one with God because he took root downward. Achieving transformation will not be possible for those who can't take root downward. Anyone who abandons himself in the shallow place of life can't be separated from the arrows of death. Everyone on earth must be tempted, but whether we overcome temptations or not is controlled by how deep our roots are. It is not possible for any man who didn't take time to take root downward to overcome jaw-breaking life challenges. The way we relate to temptations is controlled by our preparation. If we pay quality attention to ourselves, God will reveal himself to us. But those who abandon their lives will not be separated from the onslaught of darkness. Satan couldn't destroy the life of Jesus because he took root downward. People overcome the devil as they take root downward. What we do with our lives determines how God relates with us. Those who pay quality attention to themselves will never be abandoned by God. It is not possible for a man who didn't take root downward to win fierce battles. It is precarious to live on earth without laying a sustainable foundation. Anyone who refuses to hide himself in the deep of God's revelation will meet the loitering serpents. Except men take root downward, they remain as dust. The beguiling serpent was not hesitant to bite anyone who ignores the call to take root downward. Refusing to hide your life in the deep declares you vulnerable. There is no victory for all who make themselves available to Satan. The foundation of every life must be tested. Those who refuse to take root downward will not escape the bite of the serpent. Satan will do everything to make sure that people ignore the call to take root downward because that is the only way he can assess their lives. Taking root downward will shield anyone from the poisonous spells of the serpent. The worst thing that can happen to anyone is to keep living without taking root downward. God is not expected to preserve people who don't desire to be preserved. This is not the time to take the risk of gross foolishness and stupidity. Satan must not be given any chance to mock the spiritual intelligence of God in our lives. By taking root downward, we veil ourselves with the divinity of God and exercises dominion over darkness. Whatever men become cannot be denied. The greatest achievement of men in all times is to take the change that will enable them to live and reign forever. If the devil will check every life, we must not give him the chance to ridicule the opportunity we have to resist his attack. Whatever God achieved through our transformation will increase the opportunities to establish his everlasting rule. Wow, we have come to the end of today's episode from this awesome book of my daddy, Taking Roots Downward. I will see you same time next week. Bye.